Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore an exciting topic, wild and domestic animals. Have you ever wondered why some animals live with us in our homes while others roam freely in jungles, mountains, and oceans? So let's find out together. Today in our lesson, we will focus on how to define domestic and wild animals, to identify examples of each, and to explain the differences between them. Let's start by asking ourselves, what are domestic animals? Domestic animals are those that live with humans. They depend on us for food, shelter, and care. Some of these animals help us in different ways, like this guide dog, which helps this blind man navigate the world safely by leading him around obstacles, while others are simply our companions. Now, can you think of some domestic animals? The horse, for example, is a strong animal used for transportation, farm work, and even sports. The cow. It's a farm animal that gives us milk and helps in agriculture. The sheep, for example, raised for wool, meat, and milk. They are gentle animals that live in farms. Now, let's see how about the wild animals. Wild animals live in forests, deserts, mountains, and oceans. They find their own food and shelter and they protect themselves from predators. Humans do not take care of them. Giraffes, it's one of these animals. They are wild animals because they live freely in African savannas and forests, finding their own food and water. Elephants also are wild animals because they roam large areas of forests and grasslands searching for food and water. Now, as we said that domestic animals and wild animals are different in many ways, let's compare. Domestic animals, as we said, they live with the humans, while wild animals live in nature. Domestic animals, they need the humans to provide them with food and shelter, while wild animals, they take care of themselves. Let's play now a game. Can you tell me if this animal is wild or domestic? Let's start. This goat, what do you think? Of course, it's domestic that live in farms. This wolf, it is wild animal. How about this bird? Of course, it's wild that lives in outside in the wild. How about this tiny little bunny? This cutie, of course, it's a domestic animal. Now this monkey, it's a wild animal. I'm proud of you. Now, let's ask ourselves why it's important to know the differences between these two. Knowing about wild and domestic animals helps us take care of pets and respect animals in nature. Thank you for learning with me today. You did a great job.